Hello there, it's a girl Jackie Ogaga reporting for Obina TV Updates. And guys, leo nimetafuta mgeni wa nguvu sana. Hi.
Hi.
Maybe you can introduce yourself, tuambiwe ni nani?
Kwa majina ni Joseph Mwangi, fitness coach and competitive bodybuilder.
So guys, let me take you back a bit. Last weekend in Sarit there was a Mr. and Miss East Africa bodybuilding competition, and of course Joseph was among the participants, right?
Yes.
So tupige story kidogo, tunaona mkimwona vizuri mnaona kidogo ameunga. Wacha tujue journey ya bodybuilding, to expand more on bodybuilding, what you don't understand. Leo tuko na Joseph hapa atatuelezea. Also to start with Joseph, maybe what drive you when the the sector ya ku build your body ikuwe hivyo?
I ilikuwa discovery that it's something I'm passionate about. Back in campus 2016. I pursued agriculture economics, but during part times I would play football. Then at some point I would do gym. Then over time I realized that gym is something that I more passionate than football and anything else. So that is where the journey started.
When was that?
In 2016.
In 2016.
Yeah.
I saw the video I posted, of course, in the comment section, that people are not believing that you guys are real human beings. How ni robot and stuff. Maybe is it true that somebody can build their body adequate up to that kiwango?
Yeah, it's very possible, but it's going to take you a lot of time, commitment, and I think the reason why it's impossible is because it's very difficult for you to wait up to 7-8 years doing the same thing. Yes.
So guys, Joseph was among the people mliona pale kwa stage with the to describe a J of Willy.
To describe with a well-built physique, to say
well-built physique.
Yes.
And of course we understand that you also won in your category. Maybe unaweza tuambia something small about your category, ilikuwa gani?
So I was participating in men's physique. Basically mainly in men's physique, it's a category where you have to have a body that is achievable by a normal man. It should be a kind of a beach body for a man, with your abs well visible, your shoulders broad, your back wide, your waist small. It should be something attractive in the eyes of a normal person.
Okay, and there were other categories I saw. Kulikuwa na lightweight, kuna heavyweight. Maybe unaweza tuambia the categories that people were participating for when you walikuwa na compete?
So kuna for men kuna what we call open bodybuilding. Hapo ndio unapata kuna lightweight, heavyweight, middleweight. Hizi ziko classified according to the weight ya mtu. So assuming you are at 60 kgs na niko 90, maybe I'll be in the heavyweight, utakuwa something like a lightweight. So ziko categorized according to weight yako, body weight yako. Yes, because somebody mwenye ako 90 kgs can't be competing na mtu ako 60 kgs. Yeah.
And umetuambia you started all these maybe 8 years ago, right? So tuende pole the challenges zimekuwaje, because we know when you build kama we kidogo pia warembo tuliona warembo wanakimbia pale comment section. Maybe what are the challenges?
First challenge, especially ukianzia, is information. Information, you don't know exactly what is true, what is not true. Then again, finances, because bodybuilding is very expensive. You will need kukula a certain kind of food, and especially ukiangalia on a normal day, proteins are very expensive. Ukiangalia bei ya tuseme kitu kama kuku si bei ya kitu kama tuseme unga ya ugali. And every time you will need to make sure that protein intake yako iko a certain amount. The carbohydrates not very expensive, but the proteins are, and especially around the competition. So at the start, information finances are the biggest challenge. Yeah.
Talking about information and finances in your category, that's bodybuilding. Maybe you've talked about diet, of course. Maybe are there things that you guys should watch on? Of course, you've mentioned that. Are there any other things that for you to achieve that body you should look into?
Yes. The training, you have to train a certain way. You attain a certain physique. So at the beginning, as I was saying, there is a lot of information of what is right, what is not right. Then over time you realize what works for your body, because what usually worked for somebody else won't necessarily work for you. So over time you realize the mistakes you're making. Then when I realize your body doesn't work a certain way which you thought it should work because somebody else had said it. So hizi ndizo hukuwa the first challenges, that you're trying to like copy paste kitu yenye mtu mwingine alisema ama alifanya to see if it works for you. Then over time you start noticing what actually works for your kind of a body. Yes.
Maybe me, I'm just interested. There's bodybuilding and also in gym, tunaenanga kubuild their body. Maybe what's the difference? Enye nyinyi mna achieve that wider than when wako gym?
Kuna tuseme mtu anataka kukua fit, tuseme fit and healthy. Na then kuna bodybuilders who are competitive. Levels still the same. Competitive bodybuilder will have to like gain a certain amount of muscle yenye is not that of a normal human being, because of the level of let's say level of fitness wana pursue. So difference ni like competitive bodybuilding itaku require to go above average, but kama ni general fitness you don't need to like go to your level ya bodybuilding. So bodybuilders watakula maybe more, they will train harder, watabring in vitu kama supplements. So difference sana itakuwa ni
And speaking of bodybuilding, we find that it's not that common like other activities. Maybe why?
One thing I would say, it's because out of experience watu wengi hawaja embrace working on themselves. Ukitembea tuseme kama sasa utoke hapa you go to the streets, you are not likely to see like maybe 5 people with that kind of a body you would want to achieve. So it's basically tells you the fitness and health is in the country and again across the world. It's not something that people have really embraced. It's not something that people want to look into. Until now, it's starting to pick pace. Yeah.
Maybe what do you think should be done so that, like, what do I embrace?
Kama what happened last weekend, I see a lot of guys got the exposure. I was saying, they had some fire being like lightened inside them. They're like, I would like to look like that person, so that it is possible to achieve a certain physique. So if there were to be more shows, again, more awareness, see gyms zina come up, so watu wako na hiyo chance ya kwenda kuona places that they can work on themselves. But I think the shows would help a lot in pushing the bodybuilding world a bit ahead. Yeah.
And I understand that you are also a coach, meaning you train others to achieve that body. Maybe so far as a coach, what are the challenges? Maybe kupata watu and stuff.
Top of the challenges is, as I told you at the beginning, it's very difficult for somebody to wait 4 years to achieve a certain thing. So that is the top of the challenge. So a lot of people will come in, over time they are going to give up on themselves. So that is the biggest challenge for now to the fitness world, inconsistency. Not a lot of people are willing to do this again and again and again until wafike penye wanataka. Taifanya miezi 3, then ako like they thought by 3 months atakuwa anakaa coach. Yeah. So the waiting part is where a lot of people are not able to like wait for it. Yeah.
Maybe what are the advantages of bodybuilding? Because mtu anaweza tokea pale, yes, me I want to build my body, then what next?
Other advantages, I would say, top of them is helps you build a lot of discipline. because unaona now you're teaching yourself kufanya a same thing every day, eat a certain way every day. So this is something you're able to like copy paste in other fields of your life. After you develop it, discipline of bodybuilding, unajipata you can decide that I'll be spending like 1 hour reading. So unapata out of ile discipline again for bodybuilding, you're able to hold yourself accountable to developing other good habits. Yes.
Like and maybe like financially, like is it paying?
It is not very paying, but depends on how you look at it. I say it depends on how you look at it. For instance, the amount of money I put in to do the show is way more than the amount of money that I got back. But again, the show puts me in a position to train more people, to talk about fitness, to do programs for people, to attend events that are related to fitness. So it depends on how you look at it. If you are passionate enough, it could be able to pay more. Yeah, because if you look across the world, there are a lot of guys that are earning a lot of money from the same field. Yes.
Maybe what can you advise somebody who wants to join bodybuilding? Is it a part-time thing or a full-time?
It can be part-time, it can be part, because you only need the training time and the diet. Diet, kama tuseme nafanya kazi mahali fulani kwa ofisi, I only need to carry my meals for the whole day. Then I'll need like 70-80 minutes to train. So it's not limiting in terms of whether it's part-time or full-time. But again, if now you want to do bodybuilding and be a coach or an influencer, it's hard for you to do the part-time because itakuhitaji a lot of time to engage with people, to learn more. So, but kama ni competitive bodybuilding, I see a lot of athletes wenye wanafanya kitu ingine but they still compete. Yeah.
And speaking of the challenges, I saw when I was reading through the comment section and somebody was like, kwani lazima build your bodies mkiwa uchi? You know what I'm talking about? Like it's only that the private part of the things zimekingwa pale. Maybe other challenges like temptations and stuff.
A lot of sports are done with not. Hakuna sijaona sport yenye sofa inafanywa mtu akiwa amevaa suti. If you look at swimming, watu wa swimming suti. If you look at athletes wa kukimbia, you have to like be in something that is comfortable. Again in bodybuilding, we want to like see your physique. Hatuwezi jua what your outfit inaficha. Maybe umetafuta outfit yenye itafanya ukae fiti. So if we are judging the body, lazima tukue tunaiona. So there is no other way that it can be done.
Maybe how is the discipline now? You've talked about that it makes you be disciplined. Then somebody, we know we are human beings, like you say somebody there, hapo tuna kapong pale ama something. Maybe imekuwaje, like you have you ever faced any challenges? Maybe as a coach pale kuna student amekuja kidogo amekuona hivyo your physique akaanza otherwise.
Of course, it's very normal. On a normal day, people will be excited about maybe something that doesn't look normal. So if somebody sees you in a physique that is looking out of the normal, they are going to be interested. But again, wewe kama a bodybuilder, you should know that it is going to have that effect. Like it's not a normal physique. Of course, watu watakuwa interested. So again, it comes back to you, whether you're going to get carried away by the fact that you have that physique. Am I able to feel that this is something that is going to be possible from the fact that you have a body that most people don't possess? Yeah.
Maybe have you ever come across something that you in your bodybuilding attire, then kuna mtu pale maybe amekusexualize and stuff, amekukatia, and how do you come through these challenges?
One of the advantages, if ukiniona pale I'm looking built, big, hujui how I'm going to react with you misbehaving around me. So again, you are safe. People might like admire, but hiyo line kuvuka, it's not easy because ajui maybe uko hot tempered, maybe ajui how you are going to react to it. So they are able to keep their distance, and yeah, si rahisi mtu akumiss handle. It's not likely because hajui, they don't know what you react. They can tell you maybe you're stronger than them, so they try and keep you.
Let me ask for my viewers, are you single ama uko kwa relationship?
I will not say I'm single. Almost in a very serious relationship, somewhere between there.
Guys, hayuko soko, but you can shoot your shots. Having being with your body, because niliona like some people are saying, hey, me can't date such a person because like they fear you guys.
Every day it comes back to how you know the person, the personality, like whether they are big or small. We have seen very thin people do very crazy things. Alichukua panga akakatakata mtu. So it again comes to like how well you know this person. What do they stand for? Character yake ni gani? Akikasirika anafanyanga nini? So if you know this person too well, kwa mtu mwingine atakaa threat, but for you, you know you are safe around them. So I think it comes back to when you're unajua your person.
Maybe in Kenya, what do you see? What's the future of bodybuilding?
The future is very bright. Looking at the last like 4 years, I've seen a lot of new athletes, including myself. 4 years back, I was not where I am in the bodybuilding world, and a lot of other guys. So the future is looking very bright. The pace is high because naona pia we have a lot of guys who are doing very well internationally. So yeah, the future is quite bright.
And also we saw the competition that you guys held. Of course, in every competition there must be a winner and a loser. Maybe after somebody has lost, then anaona like I've taken so many years building this body, in the competition imeletwa, I've lost. Maybe how do you encourage such people?
I always say, especially in sports, for you to value a win, you have to feel a loss. The reason why you're going to celebrate, scream, cry, it's because there's a time you went home down because you have lost. So these two things, you can't separate them. For you to become a good athlete, you have to be a bad athlete at some point. Yeah, and for you to get that character, you have to have your heart broken in situations where you felt that it was your day. So it's part of the sport. And the shows are many. You're going to lose some, you're going to win some. Yeah.
Maybe we saw also you guys were considering the physically challenge. Unapata mtu amelema pale, and you guys were considering them in bodybuilding. Maybe you're like the whole thing. How is it like to train somebody's physical challenge? Because we saw some were deaf. Wengine maybe they like generally the physical challenge.
I feel it's a field that should be given more attention because I think it would motivate even more people to work on their fitness. Because if somebody that maybe, let's say, is challenged in terms of maybe they have one leg that is not a number one, and they are still able to work on themselves and look like somebody who loves themselves in terms of how their physical appearance is, what should be an excuse of somebody that has everything that? I think it should be a big motivation that no one should not be working on themselves. They should be able to have people know that there's no amount of excuse should beat you being out of shape. So I think I feel that more guys should be encouraged to like come into, they would motivate a lot of people to like ask themselves why not them.
And of course, at the end of it, we saw the winner emerged from Tanzania. I saw the big trophy lipeana huko Tanzania. Maybe what can you tell the Tanzanians na pia wa Kenya?
One thing I love to do is congratulate the Tanzanians. Every time I see them in shows, they come as a team, very supportive of each other. They wish well of each other. And I think they work really hard because last year the winner came from their country. This year the winner and the first runner-up was still from their country. So they have this kind of sportsmanship that is looking good. So I want to recognize that. for a country we have very good athletes, but I think kuna individualism a lot of it. Kila mtu ako like, me I can do this, I don't think I need you so that I do this. So at the end of the day unapata tukipatana in a show we forget that at the end of the day we are still from the same country. I would benefit from you winning. So I think hapo ndio inatuchenga kidogo, tuko nchi yenye people wako like mimi this is about me. Yeah, so I think hapo ndio difference iko kidogo. In terms of ability, I think we are even more exposed. Ukiangalia for them, amount of international athletes, not as many, not as us. Amount of legends, si wengi like we do. So I think ni hapo tu, hapa individualism iko juu kidogo. So I think that is the only thing we need to like work on. Yeah.
And of course, we saw you guys chose to work with Oga Obina as your host and MC. Maybe how was it working with him?
I think I've met him twice sasa kwa shows. There's a time I used to do modeling huko 2019. So he was a host bado kwa Mr. and Miss World Kenya. I love the fact that he's able to balance between the human, the serious business. Yeah, so I think he brings something amazing to the show. Yeah.
Maybe as you wind up, you can tell us. You said you're a coach. Maybe do you have maybe a specific school that you train people? Unaweza tuambia kama uko nayo, and also your social media handles where we can find you.
I work with anybody that is really willing to get fit and also to work with me. These two things. They really want to work on themselves. So somebody willing to work on themselves are able to beat the odds. Assuming you are in, let's say, Kisumu, but you really want to work with me. So that means you and I come down to what can be best for us. Maybe a program, maybe video call. So I don't limit to the people I serve. Somebody that is really willing to work with me, I make it possible. And then somebody willing to work on themselves. You can be willing to work with me, but haujaamua to work on yourself. So it's me pushing you all the time. Hey, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? So willing to work with me, willing to work with themselves. Yeah.
Maybe do you have your social media handles? Or
Yeah.
how can they reach you?
I think across all handles at Joripa03. Yeah. That is the best place to reach me. Calls are, I might not pick a call that I'm not sure who is. So I would recommend the Instagram handle, Facebook. Yeah.
Anything as we finish?
Anything. I would like to urge a lot of people not to become competitive bodybuilders, but maybe try and physically push their body to be in better shape, because you benefit a lot, not just in terms of how you look, but even in your mental abilities. You're able to view yourself as this tough person that does a lot of tough things, which prepares you for a lot of unseen things in life. So something that I think I would really recommend a lot of people to try. Yes.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Guys, that has been one-on-one with Joseph. You know, he won the man's physique in the bodybuilding event that was hosted last weekend by Ogobina. In case you have any questions, you can reach him in his social media handles. Andika hapo chini, of course, he'll watch this interview and he'll go through your questions. Till next time, guys. Bye-bye.